Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drivers Room Sunday League. We're in a brand new season, Season 7, Round 1, Tier 1, and we're in the Ferrari F40s at Drsl Gardens to take our first grid walk of the season. And on pole we have Drsl. Finished 4th last season, was 5th in the season before that, started on pole today, so obviously looking to establish himself at the front and maybe this year can make a push for the championship. Very quick driver. In second place we have Alex, finished 3rd in the championship last year, 19 points off the top spot. Excuse me, needed a stronger finish in the last race at Suzuka, struggled, had a few moments and ended up with a 7th place. In 3rd place we have Gadget, hasn't raced in the Drivers Room Sunday League since season 4 I believe, so be looking to establish himself at the sharp end of the grid immediately, starting from 3rd today. In 4th place we have Chris. It was his first season in Tier 1 last year and finished 5th overall. Very quick driver, so Tier 1 getting tighter than ever, starting from 4th. And in 5th today we have Knee Jogger. He was 6th in the table last season, managed to win and a podium. So I think he'll be looking to push on from 6th place and break into the top 5 at least. In 6th place we have Bullet, reigning Tier 2 champion, so promoted last year. A narrow victory over Arden Blue, immediately asserts himself in the midfield. So starting from 6th, we'll see how he does. In 7th place we have Mangino, finished 3rd in Tier 2 last year, 1 point ahead of Rocker after 2 results dropped, so starting from 7th. In 8th place we have Lorcus, finished 8th last season, also managed to pick up a podium, missed a few races, so another driver I think he'll be looking to improve on his 8th place finish last year. In 9th place we have Wilco, finished 12th last season, did struggle a bit, hopefully show a bit more pace this year and get amongst the midfield runners. And in 10th place we have Daz, finished 11th last year, just ahead of Wilco. A little inconsistent, missed a couple of rounds again. Yeah, so another driver also be looking to get off to a good start this year. So that's our grid walk for today. Let's get underway. So here we are then at Drsl Gardens, on board with Drsl, looking back through the grid. We'll see how these F40s get off the line. Very temperamental car to drive. Building the revs. Let's lights out. It's a good start from Drsl. No false starts, looks like everyone's got away cleanly. So Drsl leads everyone into the first corner, Alex is 2nd, Gadget in 3rd still. Chris in 4th, Bullet in 5th. Not many position changes at the top end. So a little bit of contact between Bullet and Chris I think. Back end stepping out in this back end easy stepping out in this F40. So it looks like Alex putting Des under pressure straight away as they come into this hairpin. Very late on the brakes from Des, but meets the apex well. So it looks like Bullet's having a look at Gadget early on. So Tier 2 champion Bullet immediately getting himself amongst it as he moves himself into 3rd position with an overtake on Gadget. Quick run through the grid, so we've got Mangino in 6th, Knee Jogger in 7th, so I think he's lost a couple of places there. Lorcus in 8th, Daz in 9th, Wilco in 10th, so place swap for Wilco and Daz as well. As we jump on board with the, so we go back with the leader, Daz is coming up to the final 2 left-handers onto the main straight, so if Alex can stay close and in the slipstream as Des runs wide. So Alex going to have looks like Alex has had a good exit as we jump on board, so if he picks up the slipstream down the main straight. I don't think he's like an early shift there, so maybe Alex is fuel saving a little bit in this early part of the race. So Des just doing enough to hold him off at the moment. We've got Bullet in 3rd, Gadget in 4th, Chris in 5th, Mungino, it looks like knee joggers dropped right to the back of the grid. Let's take a look back. Oh yeah, just rejoining knee jogger here in the in 7th place, right in the midfield battle. It's got Lucas putting him under pressure. So I didn't race this race, so I don't know if the tyres may take a lap to warm up. Obviously this Ferrari F14 looks like, oh, he's just missed his braking point completely, he's slammed into the barriers. And it drops right back to 10th place. Only light damage on the Sunday league, so he doesn't have to pit. But yeah, it's a big mistake from big mistake from knee jogger early on. So yeah, just rejoining where he was with the leaders. So yeah, Des just holding Alex off in 2nd. He's got Bullet in 3rd, Gadget in 4th. Bullet looking really good today. Chris just holding off Mungino, 5th and 6th. Lucas moving up to 7th now after knee jogger's mistake. Daz moves himself up to 8th. Wilco in 9th and Knee in 10th. Is this Alex having a look at the hairpin? Yeah, it looks like he's got the job done on the inside. Oh, it's going to be interesting through this section now as they go side by side. I think Drsl going to have to yield, he does. So yeah, Alex moves himself up in the 1st place with a great move before this S section, and is practically drifting through that F section. So we'll keep an eye on his rear tyre wear. I think probably the quickest way to drive this F40 is a little bit sideways, but yeah, your tyres will suffer for it. Oh, we've lost Bullet from 3rd place as well, so looks like Bullet's made a mistake somewhere. Let's have a little look back. Oh yeah, just rejoining Bullet now. They come down the back straight. So Gadget gonna have a look on the inside, he doesn't. So oh, he's completely missed the braking point. Tap on the barrier. Smokes the back wheels up. Oh, he's made contact with. Oh, it looks like he's taken Mungino out as well as he's rejoined the track. So Bullet down to 5th. So Lucas has moved himself up in the 6th past. No, is he? No, that's just yeah, Mungino dropping back. So Lucas up into 6th, Daz in 7th now. Wilco in 8th. Knee jogger's got himself onto the back of the group now as he has a look on the inside of Wilco. A little bit of contact there. So I think he just came off the throttle a little bit, gave Wilco the place back. And Mungino recovering down in 10th now. So quite a few incidents, 2 laps into this race. We've got Alex in the lead now, just maybe stretching that leader back as he absolutely throws that Ferrari into the 1st corner. So it will be interesting to see the tyre wear, because that is yeah, he's right on the limit. Gadget in 3rd now, Chris in 4th, Bullet in 5th, Lucas in 6th. Looks like Daz has closed the gap a little bit to Lucas. Knee jogger up to 8th now, so it looks like he's got ahead of Wilco, probably on the braking point of the 1st corner. Not the braking point, sorry, just into the 1st corner now, got the inside line. But yeah, Wilco in 9th now, Mungino in 10th, still recovering. Looks like Des has maybe closed that gap a little bit. You just see the difference in the car position through these corners. Des are a lot more, seems a lot more composed. Alex looks very sideways. But yeah, you just see that little bit of wear on the rear right of Alex. And don't see that on Des, so we'll see how that plays out. Des is still banging the slipstream of Alex at the moment. Gadget in a bit of space in 3rd, Chris in 4th. Put in 5th, as that looks like Lucas running a little bit wide. see if Dad's got a better exit. Don't think he's got a good enough exit to challenge Lucas at the moment, but just stay on board through this fast first corner. Very, very difficult to get right and time when you put the power down. Yeah, Dad's having a decent race so far in 7th. Lucas not able to pull away at this moment. So Knee Jogger's pulled a little bit of a gap to Wilco, and Knee Jogger in 8th pulled a gap to Wilco in 9th. Looking to get on the back of the fight between Daz and Lucas. Mungino still recovering in 10th. Rejoin the leader now. Alex is coming through this section to the basically quadruple right hander coming up. Absolutely caning it. Oh, he's just gone a little bit too wide. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum there. So yeah, Drsl gets himself back in the first place. So I think that tyre wear is going to start costing Alex if he keeps throwing the back end out. Drsl on the home straight. Alex in 2nd. See what Gadget can do from 3rd now. So notoriously very good on his tyres, so see if we can start closing the gap to Alex, as we've got Bullet taking a look at Chris into the first corner. So Bullet had a good exit out of the last corner, but Chris has got the inside. Done well there. He's going to have the inside of this braking point as well. So see if, but Bullet just about nips ahead. So that's Bullet back up to 4th. Chris down to 5th. Tier 2 champion Bullet looking very quick today, as Chris picks up a penalty. Lucas in 6th still. So he's pulled a little bit of a gap to Daz in 7th. Knee Jogger still in 8th, Wilco in 9th, Mungino in 10th. 142s. See Alex just getting a little bit sideways again in the background. Yeah, that rear right starting to show a bit more wear, but still going purple. Very quick times from these guys ahead, and 1 minute 42s. Gadget in 143. Did a 142.5 a couple of laps ago, but seems to be settling in the 143s. Same as Bullet. So you've got a little bit clear air again now, Bullet, so see if we can just get his head down and get himself back in contention for a podium.
A 142 flat from Drsl last time around. That was a really quick lap. 0.2 quicker than Alex, even though Alex had the slipstream. Drsl really putting the hammer down now. His tyre wear still looking really good, so I think he could easily be on for a one-stopper if he stops around the 15-minute mark, whereas Alex, if he manages to go for another 5 minutes, I think he's going to be losing chunks of time with that tyre wear. Low 1 minute 43 from Gadget last time around. I think the Bullet's closing that gap to him, so his Bullet's starting to go purple as well. Tyre wear looking pretty good also. As Chris just hanging on to 5th at the moment. Bit of a gap to Lucas. Looks like he's falling back to Daz again. Walker holding on to 9th, Mungino in 10th. see what lap time the race leader sets now. Yeah, 1:42.3, so yeah, pulls another 0.3 to Alex. So you've got, looks like Chris pitting from 5th. So yeah, that's going to move a few people up if the camera picks the right person. Yeah, so moves Lucas up into 5th. That's really close behind him now. As he looks up the inside, thinks about it, so just letting Lucas know he's there. He's going to start upsetting his rhythm. Dad's looking really racing, yeah, 40s today. He's got knee jogger in 7th, so Chris rejoins the race in 8th. So we've got Gadget going a little bit wide around the hairpin before the S's, and Bullet's moved himself back up in the 3rd place. So it's a good job from Bullet there. So one of the quickest guys out there today as he goes purple. 1:42.2 from him last time around, really quick. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Bullet back up to 3rd. Gadget in 4th, see what he can say. It's tyre wear non-existent on Gadget's car pretty much, so he's definitely on for a 1-stopper. But that's a huge mistake. Or did he miss his braking point, or did Bullet brake a little bit earlier? That was a massive mistake there. Let's have a little look back. So yeah, we're on board with Gadget, just coming through the 4 right-handers, coming up to the final 2 corners, and yeah, so he's in the slipstream. Pretty sure the braking ball's around. Oh, and he just, yeah, I don't know if he outbroke himself a little bit. Instead of rear-ending Bullet, he does the right thing, gets himself off the track. But yeah, drops back to 4th. So that's Bullet into 3rd. In clear air in front and behind, so get his head down, see what lap times he can do. So Gadget in 4th, just shaking off that bit of damage. Lucas has got him in his sights now, so this might speed Lucas up a little bit. His dad's still right on the bumper of Lucas as well. Do feel we'll go a little bit quicker if he can get past. Chris in 7th, holding off knee jogger. Wilco in 9th, Mungino in 10th. So yeah, Des going purple last time around with that 42 flat. 43.3 from Alex, so yeah, look at that right rear. I think it's really costing him lap time now. So he's going to have to come in and pit a little bit earlier than he'd probably like to. And you'd want to get, you know, past that 15-minute mark. So yeah, Des coming round again. Yeah, no need to pit yet from Des. Alex thinks about it. It's a late decision from Alex, but he dives into the pit, so this may well promote Bullet up into 2nd place. So yeah, Bullet stays out. He's got Gadget coming through as well. Lucas in 4th. So yeah, it looks like he's pulled a bit of a gap to Daz now, since he's got on the back of Gadget. So Chris in 6th now. Each over in 7th, and Alex rejoins the race in 8th. So he'll have to put in a really quick out lap now. And if if Des pits next time around, he might get the undercut done. There's Wilco in 10th, has he retired? No, he's just pitted. So that's Wilco's 1st pit and last pit, I'd imagine, of the race. Mungino goes round again. So race leader Des now, he's got to put in some good sector times. Big gaps back to Bullet in second. So all these guys will be pitting this time, either this lap or the next, but looks like Gadget saved a little bit more fuel than Bullet as well, so may well get the job done in the pits. Lucas in fourth now, looking good. Chris in fifth. Chris back up to fifth, obviously overtaking Knee Jogger after his pit stop. So, Daz down in seventh. So has Daz made a mistake somewhere? Let's take a look back. Yeah, just rejoining Daz coming through this sharp airpin. Looks like Chris has had a really tight inside line, but Daz just about staying ahead through this S section. But yeah, he's got Chris and Knee Jogger very, very close behind, so any sort of mistake will cost him 2 places, as looks like Chris has just dived by. Hangs it around the outside a little bit, and Knee Jogger gets a great line through them right-handers and gets ahead of Daz as well. So unfortunately, little mistake from Daz, lost a bit of momentum, and Chris and Knee Jogger, yeah, all over him. Lost 2 places. We've got Des pitting from the lead now. So Des in the pits, and it's Bullet coming around, see if he pits this time around. So we've got Bullet cutting into the pits. So Wilco trying to find, fuck's sake, there we go. We'll Gadget into the lead now, not pitted yet. But yeah, Desla rejoining in second. So where's Alex? So maybe Alex has just got caught up in the midfield a little bit too much here as he gets very racy. He goes right in between Knee Jogger and Daz there. Great overtake, but yeah, so Alex up into fourth now. Chris in third, not pitted yet. And yeah, Des in first, so a few seconds up the road from Alex. Alex not managing to get the undercut done. So we've got Gadget still at a 1:43's good pace. He'd keep going if it wasn't for the fuel, I'd imagine. Desla just closing that gap a little bit. Chris in third. So I think Chris could be in a good position here as well by the time he comes out of the pits, as throws it sideways. Alex in fourth. Knee Jogger in fifth. Daz in sixth. Lucas in seventh. All these guys at the back have pitted now as well. Cool. So that's Bullet moving himself up in the seventh. So Bullet on fresh tyres now, he's going to be quick. So they'll narrowly avoid contact through that final corner. Take as much exit as they can. Knee Jogger and Daz in the pits now, so promotes these 2 guys back up to 5th and 6th. Lucas right on the tail of Bullet, not going anywhere at the moment. Bungino in 7th now, so still yet to pit. Knee Jogger in 8th, Daz in 9th, Wilco in 7th. Well, Gadget's still holding on to that first place. Fuel just starting to flash critical now, so still good times from Gadget. Mid 1:43s. Obviously, I think Des can go a lot quicker, but not managed to find a way past Gadget so far. Looking at fuel now. I think Gadget will come into the pits this lap. long old first stint. It'll be interesting to see where he comes back out into the field. So Drsl just position himself now as Chris goes a little bit wide in the background there. Chris also looking to pit soon for fuel. One of the few drivers on a two-stopper this race. As Alex closing the gap on Chris. Gadget fueling up in fourth. As Bullet just comes into the main straight. So Gadget just coming out of the pits now. So you see him up there, up in the foreground. So Gadget retains fourth place. Pits from first, comes out in fourth. So great first stint from Gadget. Finds himself in clear air now. So let's just get his head down. See if he can close that gap on Chris, who will be pitting very soon, I'd imagine, as Alex looks like he gets past Chris. Alex back up into second now. He's got Des in his sights. Just needs to manage the tyres a little bit better during this stint, I think, if he's going to challenge Des for the win. Let's have a quick run through the grid. As we've got Des just coming through the final two left-handers onto the main straight. Marlboro liveried Ferrari. So Des starting on pole today, really looking to set his stall out early, as that's Chris pitting from third place. So see if Gadget can get himself ahead here. Going to be close. Not seeing Chris take on any fuel yet. Is that the graphic just glitching out a bit as Chris there we go, so Chris rejoins him fourth, just behind Gadget. So that's a great first stint from Gadget, and he's got himself up in the third. I think everyone's good to the end of the race now. Des and Alex in a world of their own in first and second. So Alex may have closed that gap a little bit. We'll rejoin these guys in a minute. So Gadget in third, see what Chris can do in fourth now. So same fuel loads. So Chris takes that really tight line around the hairpin. Not going to be able to get past through this section. Get a slight braking point at the first of these right-handers coming up, but yeah, it's a difficult place to overtake. Best opportunity to be coming up at the end of this little section here, but it doesn't look like he's got a good enough exit. Gadget, yeah, to take his normal line, doesn't have to go defensive. Chris in fourth. Bullet in fifth now. So, solid race, had a little bit of an incident early on, but he's got himself well established into fifth. He's got Chris and Gadget down the road. If them two guys start fighting, they're going to slow each other up. And Bullet will be there to close that gap up. You've got Lucas in sixth, also had a solid race so far. Pretty quiet, but it's just been consistent. So yeah, also not that far behind. Any mistakes from these guys now as well, you know. They're only a few seconds apart. Knee Jogger in seventh, got Daz in eighth, and Gino in ninth. Wilco pitting again from 10th. That may be a retirement. I'll check back in a minute, but yeah, so Drsl in first. Looks like he's just stretched that lead a little bit from Alex, so maybe Alex has had a mistake, but again that right rear just starting to show signs of wear. We'll see what he does. I don't think he's going to be able to challenge Des unless there's a mistake. And yeah, if he does have to pit again, we'll obviously that'll close the gap to Gadget in third. So yeah, Gadget's still in third, about the same gap to Chris. Still 6 minutes of this race left. Bullet in fifth, Lucas in sixth. Jogger in seventh. Daz in eighth. Mangino ninth. And yeah, it looks like a retirement from Wilco in 10th. So we've got Des now going, setting the new fastest lap of the race, so pole position and fastest lap. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I've seen any penalties either, so 3-point bonus for a clean race as well, so Des definitely looking on for a very good result today. So the volume in my headphones is playing up. Hoping I'm not shouting too much. Oh yeah, Des crossing the line, 142.4. 142.4 from Alex too. That tyre wears are starting to creep in a little bit. The Gadget still holding on to third. Just maintaining that same gap to Chris at the moment. 42.3 best lap. His best lap of the race so far. 42.7 from Chris behind, so he's nearly pulled half a second that lap. I think Bullet's I think Bullet is really making any progress on Gadget or Chris at the moment. Same as Lucas behind, so all the pace seems to have middled out a little bit now. Tiny bit of field spread. He's got Mangino in the pits from 9th as well. Is that a second retirement of the race? Or he's just fueling up. We've got Daz in 8th, and that looks like that could be another retirement. Race leader Des now, looking pretty comfortable in first place. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, finished fourth in the season last year, in season 6. A very quick driver, obviously fastest lap and pole today. He's obviously setting his stall out early, and definitely a contender for the championship. A few drivers not racing today. Couple of tier 1 drivers missing. I think F1 is taking a sabbatical this year. So yeah, championship up for grabs. Alex in second. So yeah, Gaz's still in third. Looks like he's pulled a little bit of a gap to Chris now. Just under 2 minutes of the allotted time left. Coming up on lap 17 now, as I think that's one of the back markers diving out of the way there. I don't think there's going to be too many dramas now. Everyone's pretty good for fuel and tyres. 43.6 from Bullet, 44.4 from Lucas last time around, so I think Bullet has just increased that gap a little bit. Knee Jogger in 7th, 142.9 from Knee Jogger. Now definitely got some pace there, but obviously this Ferrari F40 is a very lively car to get round consistently. Daz in 8th, just hanging the back end out a little bit. 44.4 last time around from Daz. I'll check where our leader is. Just completing another lap, so this is the final lap. So just over 30 seconds left, so a few guys at the back might finish. So we've got Chris coming around to complete another lap. 5th and 6th place coming around to complete another lap. 7th. See what Daz does here, is he going to get another lap in? Yep, just about. So everyone going round again as Wilco's rejoining the track. So as our race leader, Des, he's a pretty faultless race, start to finish. Dealt with the pressure early on from Alex, and Alex pitting early didn't really pay off for him too much, as he found himself fighting in the midfield a little bit, lost a bit of time. So by the time Des come back out, he was a good few seconds up the road, as Alex getting a little bit leery over the through the final few corners, hopefully not picking up a penalty there. Chris has closed the gap up to Gadget quite a bit. Just keep an eye on that for a minute, but I think this is Des just coming around the final corner onto the home straight. A great performance from Drsl today. Pretty untouchable. Just crossing the line now. Well deserved win. Taking the checker flag. First place Des. Unlucky from Alex. A little bit tyre wear just caught him out a little bit. So picks up 2nd. Gadget just doing enough to hold on to 3rd. So Gadget picking up 3rd place, and this looks like Lucas and Bullet getting very close. I think Lucas has nicked 5th place in the last corner. Unlucky from Bullet there. He's had a great race, but yeah, Lucas has quietly got on with the job. Nick's 5th place at the end. Bullet in 6th, Knee Jogger in 7th, and Dad's bringing it home in 8th. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.